What's up, guys? How's it going? This is Some Guy, and today I'll be giving my opinion on the Ghetts and Dave with is it Xavier and Magneto. This was recommended by a couple of people after I restarted the channel, so appreciate those recommendations. I don't know how I hadn't listened to this because even when I wasn't uploading, I was obviously still listening to music, but this one I managed to miss it. It also doesn't seem to be uploaded by one of their channels, but it was the most viewed one, so I'm assuming this is the right video. But yeah, big fan of both of these guys, so very keen to hear them collaborate. Let's jump straight in.
I didn't even use nitrous oxide in Need for Speed on my old PlayStation, and the cost of living is how you die from balloons and surviving.
Wait, first line, I didn't even use nitrous oxide on my old PlayStation. Then he mentioned cost of living. So he's saying like his mentality was so about saving money and not using resources that even on a PlayStation game he was being like tight, I guess. Okay.
For speed on my I didn't even use nitrous oxide in Need for Speed on my old PlayStation, and the cost of living is how you die from balloons and survive inflation. Guess is right.
Oh, and then how do you die from balloons and survive inflation? Because I think he's referring to balloons as in the canisters that people use. I think that is also nitrous oxide. All right, Dave. Okay.
And the cost of living is how you die from balloons and survive inflation. Guess.
But survive inflation. I can't believe I've paused this 3 times on the opening bars from Dave. But he's like playing on balloons, inflating, like you inflate a balloon, but playing on inflation as in the cost of living increase. Okay. Let's take it right back.
I didn't even use nitrous oxide in Need for Speed on my old PlayStation, and the cost of living is how you die from balloons and survive inflation. Guess is right in a verse right now. I measure the time it takes from 0 to 60 in 2.9. Who's gonna measure the time it's taken? I feel like Bond in a DB9, but the mixed drink stirred, not shaken, and the calamari in case.
I feel like Bond in the DB9, but the mix is stirred, not shaken, because I think James Bond's cocktail of choice is it a martini? Shaken, not stirred? It's a play on that anyway. Yeah, I can see this is going to be a regular pausing video. I'm not going to apologise for it because this is what I like the most, is breaking down bars.
Feel like Bond in a DB9, but the mixed drink stirred, not shaken, and the calamari in Cajun. My boy can't leave African food out his top 5 and go and eat Asian. What?
Wait, what does that line remind me of? Someone says something like, how can a yard man order Chinese? What is it? Is that Dave? You might know the line I'm talking about, like, why are they eating Chinese but won't eat food from Nigeria or something like that. Let me know the line I'm thinking of.
My boy can't leave African food out his top 5 and go and eat Asian. What? I'll take him to Woolworth Road and train him. I send money to a chick on my brother's behalf as long as she call and mail him. Yacht master, never been sailing. Left hand like Eddie Van Halen. My brethren docked his dog, got PTSD, car man tried tail him. And 2 napkins at
My bro, something about docking his dog, so like taking their tail off, but then playing on someone's following him or tailing him.
My brethren docked his dog, got PTSD, car man tried tail him. And 2 napkins at dinner, cause you never know when some boy could stain him. Get back, draw for the Mac, like Fenty, but she more for the Mac. On the A406 and a Peugeot 206, squeeze 4 in the back. I do not do fictitious shit, my niggas do suspicious shit. Round here, the cracks that ton like fuck with that superstitious shit. Acting like deep.
Around here, the cracks get stepped on or stamped on. Like fuck all that suspicious shit, like that. Like some people don't want to step in the cracks in the pavement.
Round here, the cracks that ton like fuck with that superstitious shit. Acting like Debo. Don't make sense like Iron Man starting a fight with Magneto. I feel like Mike Lima, Kilo. I done some fucked up shit in my life. I see a man that don't have money fighting to get a prenup with his wife. Wait, tell him to keep it simple. I got more millions in my bank account than I have blackheads and pimples. And that wouldn't change if a man got acne. If I start my car,
I've got more millions in my bank account than I've got blackheads and pimples, i.e. lots. And he's like, that wouldn't stop if I got acne. As in, even if I had way more spots, I'd still have more millions than I do spots in my bank account. Slick. That's what I love about Dave and Ghetts too. they find a way of saying things that you've heard loads of times by rappers before. I mean, all he said there was that he's got loads of money, but he said it in a very clever way, a very different way, and that makes it so much more appealing to me, rather than him just saying, "I've got loads of millions in the bank."
I wouldn't change if a man got acne. If I start my car in Tower Hamlets, somebody gonna hear in Hackney. If I start my car in Lambeth, just know, yeah, she wanna know my type of shit. Get sign into that type of shit. The 16 into that violent shit. Like real life into that Viking shit. When it's time for that riding shit, we putting on kits like Byron did. Lighten, you struggle with the sentence like Biden did. I would have an A in business class if grades got marked and flights and shit. How you got a Jesus piece and a Lord and Saviour's hair is straight. I'm 26 with an icon card already and...
Have you got a Jesus piece from the Lord's... Oh, that's lost on me, that one. There are a few bars as well that I've heard, but I'll try not to stop it for every single one. But yeah, he's going off.
Got a Jesus piece and a Lord and Saviour's hair is straight. I'm 26 with an icon card already and all of the flary traits. Robbed the man in Soho, dark man probably scared him straightest.
Life ain't the same anymore. I even train in...
Before we get into Ghetts, yeah, I kind of alluded to it already, but Dave went off then. I'm excited to hear what Ghetts is going to do.
Soho, dark man probably scared him straightest.
Life ain't the same anymore. I even train in the yours. What do you think while you run? B30s on a treadmill, my train of 4. When you was cool with the minimum wage, my militant brain was waging war. Life's mad, I saw the white flag and thought to myself, what you waving it for? 5 years back, $500,000 my account and experience said I got terrible credit. Borrow, spend, pay back, then borrow. Was that how the levels are all measured? My accountant's very well rounded. The madness comes with incredible methods. I built this shit, brick by brick. What do you think of my architectural efforts? I can't chill with them boy there anymore, cause we live in 2 different realities. Them man are still robbing poor people where we're from, and us man are giving to charities. Baby, I don't do cinema.
Ooh, that's hard. I mean, there's already been some slick wordplay, but like, he can't chill with guys where he came from anymore because they're robbing poor people, but now he's giving to charity. It's like a way of showing how he's come up so far, that he may have been close to people that were robbing the poor, but now he's giving to charity. He's doing the complete opposite. He's giving money to the poor.
Realities, them man are still robbing poor people where we're from, and us man are giving to charities. Baby, I don't do cinema dates, it's famous art, pictures in galleries. I don't wanna argue, why would I raise my voice and end up risking the clarity? Old ting wanna go back to black, but she ain't never heard Amy sing Valerie. David wanna go back to back, cause we scrapped that rhythm we did last January. As a matter of fact, fam, we should do this annually. Machine behind me, a man still done things manually. Thought I was just gonna bang that boy in his face, now look, I've exceeded expectations. New excuse on my behavior, definitely beats my previous explanation. Make a man struggle for air. That's serious deprivation. Stare at the wrong man too long and experience escalation. I got paper boy, what's the issue? If I put some on your head, they'll miss you. Bro just came back home from a gunshot. Now he's in the gym, all learning jiu-jitsu. This girl's talking mad on the phone while I'm on loudspeaker. Who's with you? Phone back when you're on your own. To me, continue using MC in a firing range. Tombstone birthdays and expiry dates. Still killing MCs on my walking stick. Hunchback can't air retiring age since man got...
It's hard to know when to pause, Ghetts. Alright, let's just go back a little bit. But what I wanted to say is that these are 2 of the best lyricists from the UK, I think. Like, there aren't many in that category. Maybe like Avlino, Wretch32 as well. But what Ghetts does, which I think is particularly unique, is his range of delivery and flows is possibly the best, because there's tracks where I think Avellino, Dave, Wretch can maybe just outbar him. I'm being very harsh here because Ghetts has got a very high level of lyricism, but I think what sets Ghetts apart for me is his delivery, like his control and creativity in how he delivers his lines is pretty much unmatched, I think.
You're on your own. To me, continue using MC in a firing range. Tombstone birthdays and expiry dates. Still killing MCs on my walking stick. Hunchback can't air retiring age. Since man got P, I've acquired a taste. Black cod and of course I desire the steak. I can't recall what I felt prior to pain. You ain't got no source, you rely on a chain. Whatever you do, don't lie on my name. I'd rather die on this hill. I've seen too much man die on the mains. Mask on, don't know that it's me. I rig a start when I try on the face. Always knew that time would come, that's why I kept my eye on the day. Vacation pending, I've been earthing Fire Nation bending. Woke up and heard a pagan sending, but they ain't never been in Jammer's basement, brethren. You ain't walked in a room on serious smoke and had man shaking, trembling. You ain't walked on the moon with Venus below and started the aliens engine. Give me space, give me room, Glock 4-5, send the boys.
That was hard. Walking in the room, something about Venus and space.
With Venus below and then started the aliens engine.
And aliens.
Give me space, give me room, Glock 4-5, send the boys face to the moon. Make sure you never come back from the dead. I got a Lara Croft that I raid man's tomb. I'm in a shady Ray-Ban mood. The bay wants the wood, that's bay bambooed. I play Simon Says with the shooters. If only you knew what I made man do.
Wow, that was unbelievable. No hook, just both of them. Well, not back to back because they didn't do that, but one after the other. Yeah, I think for me, Dave had it lyrically, but Ghetts was still right up here lyrically. Dave was just that little bit higher, but I think Ghetts won in terms of how he delivered his verse. Let me know if you disagree. I may have missed some bars, but yeah, fire from two of the best to ever do it from the UK. Yeah, if there's any new-ish Ghetts or Dave, I think Dave hasn't released that much for a while, but if they have and I haven't reacted to it, let me know. I'll get back on some more of them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and comment if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. Would really appreciate that. Otherwise, I'm out.